Solution has come for unemployed youth.
You're welcome to 1YOUTH TV. I am Genevieve Onoma, and it is one-on-one with the mayors. Today we are at Njikoka local government, in the office of the Honorable Mayor of Njikoka in Anambra State, the person of Barrister Chinedu Dominic. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with my colleague,
Mr. Steve Ononiba.
Alright, and Barrister Chinedu Dominic Ononiba, we're happy to be here in your office.
You're welcome.
So today we have some questions for you, and your office, the things that we've been doing in your office. So just listen as we tell you these questions.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, congratulations once more again.
Thank you.
Recently you were elected mayor of Njikoka local government area. And I think bringing you in as the mayor is not by error, because your antecedent shows that you can really deliver good governance to your people. I want to find out from you, because you just finished like 100 days in office some few days ago. Let's know from you, what are your plans, to move Njikoka to the next level that they are supposed to be?
Thank you so much. You're highly welcome. And you see, going by the question, we have a lot of plans for Njikoka. Just like you said, I was elected for a reason. I was elected because the people believe I have what it takes to deliver the dividends of democracy to them. And for that reason, there's no way I'm going to disappoint them. I am doing everything possible to make sure that the people that elected me will not see me as a disappointment at the end of my term. Going by that, we have a lot of plans, as I told you. In Njikoka today, we have a lot of roads that needs to be rehabilitated and needs to be fixed. And thank God for Mr. Governor that he has taken up a number of roads in Njikoka local government that is currently being rehabilitated. So many roads in Njikoka, not less than 5 or 6 roads, is currently being constructed by Mr. Governor in Njikoka local government. Only in Njikoka, having 5 roads ongoing. So you imagine it's a massive development. And these are the major roads that will bring connection across the communities in Njikoka local government. So we are very grateful to Mr. Governor for doing that. And in order to corroborate him, we too, currently we are preparing our 2025 budget. And we have a lot of things in our budgets with regards to roads, infrastructure. These are the things we are going to deliver to the people of Njikoka. Also, we have a lot of programs with regards to agricultural programs. That we are about to, very soon, we will get to the rainy season. We will be sharing some seedlings to Njikoka free of charge. We have a lot of designs of various agricultural programs we are going to do. We will share fertilizer to the people. Currently, we are collecting the data of all the farmers in Njikoka local government, because this time around we have to make sure that whatever we are doing with regards to agriculture gets to the right people, it gets to the farmers. Not about giving it out for the sake of giving, but we have to make sure that these things gets to the real farmers in Njikoka local government. And at the end of the day, we have a plan that at the end of every season, we will go back and monitor what we have invested to make sure that it is yielding fruit in the grassroots. So These are one of the areas. In the educational section, we have a lot of plans. Currently, we are doing an educational intervention program because in Anambra State, education is free. From primary school to secondary school, you don't need to pay a dime. Yeah, so Mr. Governor has made it very easy for the people. So if there's no child that has any reason not to be educated in Anambra State today. So in order to aid that effort of Mr. Governor, we said in Njikoka, nobody is going to pay for JAMB form. Yes, we are currently running that program. People are coming to register for JAMB free of charge. We are not going to pay anything as long as you are an indigenous of Njikoka. In order to accelerate that effort of Mr. Governor, so that if you are coming out from secondary school, it will be easy again for you to enter the university. There won't be any obstruction on the road. So these are things we are putting in place. We have a lot of schools, or primary schools. We have identified communities that doesn't have a public primary school. So we are going to make sure that we have public primary schools in those areas such as Northia, Abayan, and so on. So we have to make sure that we rehabilitate the existing ones. Because if you go to primary schools today, you find out that they are lacking a lot of things. And Mr. Governor has a very good plan about education in Anambra State, which he is going to unveil while he is doing his own. We, the local government, are also having our plans to make sure that his effort will not be in futility. Because whatever Mr. Governor is doing, when we talk about the state government, we are talking about the local government. Because whatever Mr. Governor is doing is being done at the local level. Do you understand? So if we don't put our efforts to ensure the successfulness of whatever he's doing, it will still be affecting the people. So in the area of education, we have all these plans. We have education interventions that we have to do. We have plans to rehabilitate the existing schools and put up new ones where necessary. Then, so many areas, we are now having a discussion about having a fire service in Njikoka, because in the entire local government, there is no fire service. One fire service in Oka cannot serve the whole of Anambra State. You know what I mean? Because if you have a fire here in Njikoka, and there is no quick intervention, before somebody from Oka will get to Njikoka, the fire must have done a lot of damage. So we are now thinking along that side to make sure we have acquired the site. And very soon we are going to implement that so that we have a good fire service. You see what fire is doing to people's businesses all over the place. So these are the things we want to take. We want to take serious measures to prevent such occurrence.
Okay, let's still talking about your achievement and the governor's achievement in Njikoka. Has there been any challenge within these 100 years in office?
Obviously, there must be challenges.
100 days in office.
Yes, obviously there must be challenges. If there is no challenges, then you won't sit up. Obviously there are challenges such as, when you want to implement certain government policies, some people who felt that they are directly affected will try to frustrate it. Do you understand? But because we have the interest of the people at heart, you know that thing at the end of the day, they will come back to enjoy it. So these are the challenges we are having in some areas, such as market developments. If you want to renovate certain areas of the market, because when they are living in shanties, shanties are prone to fire. Yes. So when people that are living in shanties, we are doing everything possible to make sure that the building has its date, so that fire cannot affect it easily. But if it is a shanty, once it enters one shop, it extends to every other place. So these are the things, these are the challenges. And once you come to the, I will be telling you I don't want my own to be rain or better. But she doesn't know the consequential effect of it if it is not done. Because when you hear that there is fire in one of the market, you feel your own is out of the planet. What goes around comes around. So it is for the government to look at it, take measures to prevent such occurrence. So these are the challenges we are having. And but I know by the grace of God we are going to overcome them.
All right. Thank you very much for those answers. Mr. Governor has already done a lot, most especially when it comes to 1 Youth, 2 Skills. We've had the first phase, and the second phase is ongoing, which will be ending very, very soon. And I want to ask, what is your office doing to promote or to help Mr. Governor on this 1 Youth, 2 Skills thing among the Njikoka?
Okay, you see, all these programs we are doing is also a kind of ameliorating the hardship of the youth. Because when we talk about giving free jam for, it is for the youths, not for the old ones. You know what I mean? So the effort of, we have been thinking day in, day out, to find a way to make sure that every youth in Njikoka is engaged. And that is what Mr. Governor is doing. Yes. Do you understand? Yes. He wants to get everybody engaged. If you get the youths engaged, there will be no crime. There is no other way to reduce crime. Because just like they said, and I don't mind, it's the devil's workshop. Yes. So when any youth is idle, the next thing he will be thinking of is how to commit crime. So that's why Mr. Governor implemented this 1 Youth, 2 Skills. So that at least one youth will have about 2 skills. If this one is not working, the other one will be working. So it's a very wonderful idea. In fact, one of the best we have in this administration. Best initiative to get the youth engaged. And we on our own, very soon we are going to, we have a lot of sports program that will kick off by March, such as the Solution Victory Tournament we are planning in Njikoka, so that youth will be engaged. You know, sports is a very lucrative engagement now for the youths. So it gives a lot of money, and we want to encourage them. Those who are not into 1 or 2 skills, you know, you can't get everybody at the same time. Let them be engaged in other things. And also, we know that I think tomorrow on this, there will be a flag off of this youth apprenticeship in Anambra State, which is another wonderful idea of Mr. Governor, because these are the things that, you know, before you find out that once you are coming out from secondary school or primary school, and you don't have plan of going to the university, the next thing your people will be telling you, okay, go and learn trade. Go to Onitsha, go to Aba, go to this place. Do you understand? But these days, what the youth think about is Yahoo. Do you understand? He will even be in school, be thinking of, some of them will drop out even from secondary school to make money. So the Mr. Governor is trying to redirect to reorient the youth and redirect them to the right direction. Do you understand? So this 1 Youth, 2 Skills is a very wonderful initiative, and I applaud handsomely Mr. Governor for that. And also with regards to this apprenticeship that is being launched in a few days to come, they are wonderful initiatives. And we as local government, we are doing a lot on our own to make sure that our youths are very busy. It's only when they are busy that they can't think of any crime.
Talking about crime, Mr. Mayor, the governor launched just a few days ago, Udogachi. you know, yes, you know, and you know that it is the youth that is being affected.
Yes.
They are the one committing the crimes. They are the one taking the pains of what comes out of this thing. What is your advice, you know, to the youth in their way of doing? What do you think? Do you have any words for the youth in respect of their activities as it goes on?
Okay, I would like to you see, security is it is one of the most important fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policies. So, security is very important, and that's why Mr. Governor doesn't play with it. He takes it to heart and is very serious about it. At least you know about the recently passed the Homeland Security Law. These are the efforts, and when you read that law, you see it has covered the field. Because if you see something and refuse to talk, you are breaking the law. And if you commit any crime or aid any crime, you are going in for it. So if you see what is going on in everywhere about security, look at the people being exhibited on daily basis. You see all of them are youths. All of them are youths. You hardly see a man of 50 years there. All of them are youths. So my advice to the youth is to look at the people. When we are growing up, we have models that we look. You know, we look at them, you admire them, and work hard to be like them. Those principles are no longer existing in our families. So these are the orientation youth need. So what I'm saying in effect is that I will advise the youths to stay away from crime. Pay attention to whatever you are doing. If you are a student, pay attention to your academic process or exercise. If you are an apprentice, pay attention to it, because these are the things that will pay you later. You may be suffering at that stage, thinking that it's the end of the world. But I tell you, everybody has the opportunity of growth. It is from one stage to the next level. At a time, we are all students. Today, we are mayors. That is life for you. There is no magic about it. So if you are a youth and you think you can skyrocket overnight and become rich, there is nothing like that, unless you are committing crime. But if you are doing any legitimate business, there is no way you will not survive. And do you understand? So that's my advice for the youth, to stay away from crime and pay attention to whatever they are doing. At least in Anambra State, in Njikoka, we have a lot of programs that can accommodate you. So it's not a question of I don't have somebody to help me. Mr. Governor has implemented series of programs, especially this 1YOUTH 2SKILLS. So you have no choice. You have no reason to tell us tomorrow that I don't have alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because we have been given an opportunity to have alcohol. So what will be your excuse tomorrow? What will you tell your children tomorrow? Because they will read the history and see what solution government did at your own time. The question is, why did you not take that opportunity? Because you answer that question when the time comes. So nobody can run away from it. So if you are a youth today in Anambra State, you have no reason to be poor. Because if you engage yourself in one of all these programs, 1YOUTH 2SKILLS, apprenticeship skills, there is no way you will not have alcohol. There is no way you will not survive. So that's my little advice to the youths.
Sorry, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We enjoyed having this session with you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that is the end of this session, sir.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
We are trying to make sure that the effort of Mr. Governor will not be in vain. That is our primary responsibility. And he is very committed. If anybody who is sincere and honest to himself in Anambra State, we will know that this man is highly committed to his job. And we are learning from him. Do you understand? Because that is life for you. Every day you learn. So this man, people should emulate him. He's a man of impeccable character and worthy of emulation. So that after him, so Anambra, what he's doing in Anambra State is to put a system that will continue to work even after him. So we are praying that this is election year. We are praying that Anambra will understand, and I know they know that they don't need to lose the current governor of Anambra State. We are going to do everything possible to return him to power, so that if just ask yourself, within 3 years in office, see what is happening in Anambra State. So you now imagine what will happen in the next 8 years. These are questions Anambrarians will be asking themselves, and know that in all sincerity we need to return him to power. Thank you so much, and I urge you to all put your effort to make sure that the efforts of Mr. Governor will not be in vain.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, and that is how we come to the end of this session in Njikoka local government in Anambra State. Yes, I am signing out. I am Genevieve Viverike Onoma, and
Mr. Steve.
I also want to thank our crew members, the DOP, Williams, the editor, everyone behind the camera for doing a very good job. Thank you very much, and that is how we sign off for today. Have a good day. Bye.